Oh, Marco's here. Hey, Marco.
Hi, nice to hear you.
Good to see you, buddy.
Thank you, likewise. Awesome.
But I won't be hearing you guys talking if you say anything.
Why?
That is a problem. Flynn is delayed again. His new computer is not up to the task of helping to run the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet. This show is too shitty for
Well,
him.
it should be. What did you get, Flynn?
He'll be back to you in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, fine.
How you doing, Marco?
Nick, I'm good, but how's your father?
He's good. Thank you for asking. We just picked him up from the hospital. And,
Yeah.
We're very lucky that I was telling Flynn, they were like, oh, we're just warning you that he may be like kind of like dazed for a few days because of the what's it called? Anesthetic that they give him.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
He seems really with it, and I'm wondering if it's not that my father has a lot of experience processing toxins in his body because he lived quite the life. So maybe that's being helpful right now, helping him clear the drugs that would make him a little woozy.
So what was the issue? What happened?
So he had a pretty gnarly growth on his neck.
Okay.
And yeah, it was. We discovered it like 3 or 4 months ago, and you could barely feel it. And when he went into the hospital on Thursday, it was like bigger than a golf ball.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So yeah, so we're really glad to be able to like get it taken care of.
Okay.
Because
and yeah, of course. Did you get a biopsy already?
Oh yeah, they did that like right away. He had like skin cancer on his cheek before.
Yeah, okay.
And they confirmed that this is definitely that. So his whole process is not quite over yet. He still has to go for some radiation therapy to make sure it doesn't come back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're glad that they got it off. That he made it through surgery okay because he's very old.
Oh, of course.
And that his mood seems to be good now.
Yeah, absolutely. Please say hi to me from him.
Of course.
And yeah, both of my parents got various forms of cancer at this age, so it's not unusual, but it's always alarming, isn't it?
Certainly, yeah. Yeah, like I'm not super shocked because he is at such an advanced age, but it's still, you know, a little bit scary.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
The thing is, I once read that watching your parents get that old is like they're starting to become children again. And I mean, we're the parents now in a way, which is all kinds of weird, huh?
Yeah, I definitely think you're right. That there's been times when Nora and I have reflected that we feel kind of like our relationship with my dad is like that of parents and a kid.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So yeah,
it's not easy to process, huh?
No, it takes some getting used to, especially like the older they get. Certainly.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can get used to that, but I think whatever he did for you when you were young, probably deserves the same kind of treatment right now. But it's not the same.
Yeah, but we have like a pretty good like situation now where like, we've got kind of like a symbiotic relationship going on now, where like we help take care of him, and like there's certain ways that he helps take care of us too. So it's pretty good. It's not just us like doing all the work necessarily. Like he might not do like physical labor, but there's other things that he helps us with. So we appreciate that. How about you, Marco? How was your week? Oh God, are you frozen? Oh, Flynn, I heard you. What was that?
Marco might be frozen, but I'm not. I fixed my issue.
Have we even checked that the audio is okay? I guess no one's saying anything in the chat, so the audio must be okay. Wait, you fixed your audio issue? You're not delayed anymore?
So I've just gone through web browser instead of Discord app.
You definitely don't sound delayed. That's awesome. Thanks for going to the trouble.
We'll find out in a bit if I actually do go delayed. Chat, let us know.
Yes, please do. So this is still your shiny new computer? Not being so shiny?
Any new computer. Yeah. First time doing it, doesn't want to work. Second time doing it, doesn't want to work. Hopefully the third time will fix it.
It's just feeling fancy, okay?
Yeah.
It wants to make sure that you appreciate it by being problematic. 853.
Yeah. Now, I've got to figure out how to... okay.
Oh man, this is... Hot tip, kids, don't read Games Workshop instructions too carefully. They try very hard to make things understandable, and they just make them a little more complicated.
My favorite bit is where they put the wrong numbers on the instructions to what's on the sprue.
Well, they do this weird thing where they're like, here, assemble part 8 and part 53. But then they're here, assemble part 30 and 31. But they're saying, no, assemble step 30 and 31 together. Anyway. Oh, Marco's... Oh, wait. No, that's... You're not trying to stream yet, are you? Flynn?
Oh, not yet. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay, good.
I'm just going to go share screen.
Yep. How was your week, Flynn?
Long.
Yeah.
Is what I'm going to say. It's a lot of stuff for work going on this week.
Oh, yeah.
But apart from that, Junestealer has been going very fun.
Good. I see you've been having a lot of fun.
I got my hands on a second what is it, Platinum McFarland Junestealer,
Yeah.
which had been a display. Someone had used it to display it in a shop.
Yeah.
So
how many Platinum Junestealers is enough, Flynn?
A bit loose.
Oh, gotcha. How many is enough? When are you going to stop?
One for new inbox, one to play around with. Well, I've got a third on the way, which I paid for.
For what? What's that one for?
I think I'm going to stop at 3.
Is that one new in box or not in box?
Tempted to either. No, so that's all of them have got the box with them, but the display piece one is just. I'm going to be throwing that one around and positioning it loads of different things. Might paint one of them up in one of the platinums up in my own high fleet colors. I'm not too sure, just because of how much that in case like future down the line, new in box would be worth more than painted by me. So it's it was more about I had seen this person who sold it as well. Had sold, I put it up a few times.
Yeah.
So and it took a while to get even sent out to me. It's only been dispatched today, so I bought the other one as all right. If that one doesn't get sent, I've got this one, and then I can get the money back on the other. And then all of us, the other one just got sent today, so I have 3 now.
Congratulations.
I think the third one's just going to stay new in box as well until either I decide to do something with it or anything else. Well, what about you? Has yours arrived yet?
No. I have ordered a Platinum Junestealer. It has not arrived yet, which is fine. I'm sure it'll show up sometime soon. And yeah, I've done like basically no hobby this week because I've been I've been done a little bit. I did a little bit of Junestealer work that I posted on the Junestealer. Just trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. On the Crute Junestealer that I started a long time ago, I took it to work with me and I left it in my desk as my like work hobby project. For anyone who doesn't do this, I highly recommend that you who was complaining? Someone in our Discord was complaining about, like, you know, oh man, work. I wish I could have more time to do hobby. I'm like, why don't you just take your hobby to work? Because that's what I think it was Brent, Quarantine Miniatures. Because I can't remember if it was Simon who convinced me to do this, but someone convinced me to make a little travel kit and take my hobby to work with me, so that when I'm on lunch, I can just eat very quickly and then spend the rest of my lunch just working at my desk. And it works out pretty well. So because of that, I was able to get some work done on the Junestealer model. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
So-
Marco's work has got one for him in the works at the moment. And if
Got
you
one for
haven't
him in
seen
the works?
Hydras yet, I don't know where anyone why some people haven't.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Hydras. Simon's already posted his one.
I was hoping that we would like review some Junestealer stuff on the stream. I don't know if your computer is going to be friendly with streaming stuff. Oh, Marco's here. Good. How long has
Sorry,
Marco been here?
my PC crashed again, but I'm back now and I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you.
Marco's back.
Hello there. Good evening.
I don't know if Simon's joining us. I don't think he's joining us. There was some confusing thing where he talked about how like his
Hello.
vacation would be starting. Can
Okay,
you show up?
good for him.
No, but he said his vacation's starting in 2 weeks. And he's like, oh,
Okay.
can we reschedule this Friday's stream? Because my vacation is starting in 2 weeks. I'm like, what? Why does this have to do with your vacation starting in 2 weeks this week? But it was like this whole thing where like he'll be driving the week after next week, so he wanted to do Euro stream next week. Did you
It's
understand
this-
that?
Yeah, Flynn? Well, I guess this is German efficiency for you, huh?
Yeah,
You would
think
never
it was
It's
like
delayed
he
You
said
would
again.
never
today.
understand.
We couldn't make it today, but he would be able to make next week.
Oh, sorry. Give me that again, Flynn, and we'll wait for you this time and not talk over you.
Yeah. I think it's just like he's got something on today.
Yeah.
So he can't make it, but next week he would have been able to make it.
Okay. Well, what I thought we'd do.
So, yeah,
Go ahead.
he was able to end until mid court, which I think is July.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what we're gonna do?
Oh, am I delayed again?
Yeah, you are. Okay,
I'm
wait, I
delayed
forgot to
again.
say it. It's probably because I forgot to
Uh,
say it. I'm Modern Synthesis, otherwise known as Mr. Pink. I'm joined by my good friends Flynn Hammer and High Fleet Moloch, otherwise known as Nate and Marco. And I'd like to welcome you to the #1 Tyranid shit show on the internet, in case you hadn't figured
Hello.
that out yet by all of our weird audio gremlins that we're dealing with. And Marco's video gremlins. So, fifth member, escapade #1, is Flynn's audio is delayed. So, Flynn, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you to tell everyone what part of Rick Priestley's palatial mansion we're coming to people from this week. And we're going to sit here and wait for you to get the audio so that you can say it. Wow, is
We're
he even
coming
there?
from the sub basement. That's
Wow,
why
that
you
is
barely
how
hear me
delayed
on
he is.
time.
Holy
We're
shit, he's delayed.
Gotta go so much
Super
further.
delayed.
The voices.
Wow.
This is not workable.
Well, okay, it can be workable. What we can do is we can just hand things over to
For an
Flynn.
extra bit of wait time on that.
Oh, you did? Oh, you did? Okay, you little bastard. We can like hand things over to Flynn to like to show us some Junestealer stuff, and then it won't matter if he's delayed. Like you and I, Marco, can like
Good one.
jump in, but I don't know. Flynn, what do you think?
Or I could just jump back on.
All right.
Yes.
Oh, some folks are in the chat. I'll take a spin through the chat while Flynn is maybe figuring stuff out. Blah, blah, blah. Fila says that they almost missed the stream, and I'm like, no problem, because I didn't even schedule it because I had so much stuff going on this week that I usually schedule it in advance, at least like 2, maybe 3 days if I'm feeling really intrepid. But I did not get a chance to do that this week. I'm sorry about that. So it kind of sprung it on a lot of people. So we're happy to have anyone who can join us be joining us. Actually, there's a lot of people here. Got Vermis, we got Tom Wilson, Felis, Peter
Yay!
Hampson, Alam. Oh, Nick Tregadigio's here. Welcome, Nick. Necron Nick, otherwise known as I always confuse Colonel and Cordal. Cordal on K0 RDHAL DHAL, I think is Cordal on Instagram. Welcome. Mama Negan's here. Good to see you, Mama Negan. I'm back, baby. I like it. Yay.
Awesome.
Oh, Bargeist is here too. Thank you for the warm wishes, Bargeist. Thanks to everyone for the warm wishes for my dad. He's an old dude. He's 90. So, yeah, surgeries that would be a small thing for a younger man are a big thing for an older man. But fortunately, we got a really good surgeon. He took good care of him. And he is home safe today with us.
And he was a diver. Divers are tough.
There you go. I think you're right. Yeah, so that was what kind of not distracted me, but occupied a lot of my time this week and a lot of my mental energy. And I usually have like one night a week where I get to do a whole bunch of Warhammer stuff. But oh no, it was my dad's stuff, and then also our dog, Ripley, the famous Ripley, who people may or may not remember. He got into something. We had a party last Saturday for Nora for her birthday. And we were out in the backyard, and we had this really cool setup with like a projector and everything and a screen on our fence. And we had Ripley in the backyard with us, which is a mistake because whenever we have Ripley in the backyard and we just leave him there for like hours at a time, he finds something when we're not paying attention, gets into it, eats some crap, and he always has the shits the next day.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So he had the shits the next day, and I was like, oh, no biggie. Like, this happens all the time. Ripley got the shits. Who cares? But it didn't stop at the shits. He started puking, and we've not seen that before. So that was more concerning. And then eventually we're like, okay, this is not normal. We need to get him to the vet. And like by the time we realized that, it was, of course, after our normal vet closed. So we had to go to the spring. You probably know about this, Marco. Pay extra money for the emergency vet, which is open late.
I
don't know how they do it in Germany, but yeah. So that was we did it for our own peace of mind, but it was not a cheap experience. But whatever. It's a good thing he's so damn cute. So yeah, and then I don't remember what I did. I usually do Warhammer on Tuesday nights, but I had to go pick up my mom from the airport on Tuesday night, and then on Tuesday night, our airport here in Toronto is a mess. I don't know if it's like this. I don't know, Marco, when you were traveling, did you have any trouble with like it taking a long time to clear airports when you were traveling?
You mean in Toronto?
No. I mean recently, like when you went to Egypt. No, wait, did you go? No, Poland, not Egypt.
Yeah.
Or did you drive?
Well, I've been all over the world on airports, and thing I remember about Toronto is in fact that I've never been asked anywhere on the world, either it was the Philippines or Indonesia or Egypt or wherever I was never asked as thoroughly why I was wanting to travel into the country. Like, Canada was really special. Like, why do you want to go here? Like, who are you? What is your background? And like,
you're like, I've heard about your maple syrup.
No, it was quite. We have this internet acquaintance. It's sort of nicks somebody and want to visit him. And the guy was like, "What? Okay, so why exactly do you want to enter Canada?" And I wasn't used to this, but all third world countries I used to travel to, because normally it's easier. So Toronto was special for me in this case.
Well, apparently Toronto is being even more special these days. I think they say because of the pandemic, there's been an increase in people trying to travel, but they don't, like, they have to do more like testing and checking and all that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
not everyone gets tested, but they need to like check like your vaccination status, and it's basically slowing everything down. And the airport should have hired more people to help with this, but of course they didn't. So it's just, there was this video that went viral recently where someone was in the Toronto airport waiting in customs for 9 hours.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so anyway, my mom didn't take that long, but my Warhammer time on Tuesday was donated to picking up mom from airport time. And yeah, that was what happened to my hobby time this week.
No, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks.
So where was she coming from?
She was in Iceland.
In Iceland. Okay, nice.
Yes. You've been to Iceland, right?
No, I haven't been there.
Oh, you should go to
It's one
Iceland.
of
It's
the-
amazing.
Yes, and it's one of the only places where I can actually dive into a fissure where two continents meet. Where
Yeah, and apparently it's like crystal clear. The
yes, and you are just right in the place where two continental masses meet underwater. It must be amazing. And yes, the water is said to be crystal clear as well.
Yeah, I didn't do that when I went there very briefly because I was like going on the way back from Scotland. So
Yeah,
I didn't do the dive, but
It's cold. It's cold. It's cold.
yeah, it's a beautiful place. Like honestly, I describe it as otherworldly. Like you feel like you're on an alien planet.
Yes. Okay. Awesome.
It's really, really neat. Just like just like
So-
Iceland in general. But
I guess it's got to be really primordial, isn't it?
yeah, well, certainly the drive. I shouldn't really say that because I only did like the famous part is called the Golden Circle Tour, which
Yeah.
is you go see like a famous geyser and a famous waterfall and stuff, and that's like the easy thing to do in a day on a tour bus because I was only
Yeah.
there for like one full day. So I saw that part, and just the drive in from the airport though, like literally I've driven in from a lot of airports in my time, and this is clearly the most interesting and most beautiful drive in from an airport because it just looks like you're driving through this alien wasteland.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh,
Amazing.
Alam says that his worst flight experience was in Toronto. Delayed flight and luggage problems. Yeah, don't come to
Shit.
my city. It's a mess.
No, it was good for me.
Good. Well, it's gotten worse apparently. And yeah. So my mom was delayed. She landed and she didn't get off her plane for an hour, and then she didn't get out of the airport for a further hour.
Wow.
Which I don't know, like coming back to your home country, like you shouldn't have to
Yeah, of
worry about
course.
too much customs. It was
yeah.
bad.
Well, types of different things haven't returned to since before COVID yet, and they won't for a long time, I guess.
True, you're right.
Okay.
Flynn, you're here.
Yes. I've just basically tried to fix everything.
Actually,
I've just disconnected and reconnected.
actually, Flynn, you hit twice on my laptop.
Is he? Oh, probably
He-
once
he-
on his.
he's twice.
Yes.
He's once
I
on
have
his
the
desktop
stream
and
ready.
once on his.
The sucker has slowed himself. Shit.
Hey, no complaints. If it works, it
Oh, it's-
works.
Flynn,
No,
Flynn,
Once
Flynn,
the
how many-
Junestealer stuff.
how many are you right now?
One.
I don't believe you.
One is sharing my. I'm sharing my screen as one of them.
Okay. I don't believe one word.
Well, we'll see.
If I go like this. Woo.
All right. Do you want to do the Junestealer stuff?
Yeah.
I feel like
Let's
we're
go
dealing with the
for it.
House of Cards here. We should
While
just
I'm
go
on,
for it before it comes crashing down.
while I'm on time. Yeah.
Okay, you want to
So
start your stream? I'm not.
first of all, start
Oh,
off.
do I have to?
I have.
Video?
Yeah, you've got to accept it.
Okay, there we go. It's because for some reason Discord doesn't see you streaming as a video participant. So I turn off non-video participants so it doesn't show like our
Yeah.
faces or whatever. But yeah, okay, whatever. All right.
Yeah.
So, in case you've been sleeping under a rock,
Sorry.
this month is Junestealer. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah. So it's Junestealer this month. I know we got a little bit last week where you and Kajan were talking about it. So how it all started off, just to clarify some points from last stream. November came first in 2020,
Yeah.
and then what happened was it was on one of the preview streams, and we were all in chat. Kajan suggested about doing a stream like a month for Junestealer cults along similar to what we did for November.
Yep.
And there were two other people who suggested different names, and we ended up settling on Junestealer, and that's how it all came out. Last year was the first year for Junestealer, and then we've got this year is now the second year for Junestealer, where it's all things Junestealer cults.
Yay!
Theme of this year being everyday cultists / anything but miners. So first bit I've got up here is
Your stream is not coming up for me,
simple sword paints.
Flynn.
What? All right. Let me do it the old-fashioned way.
What's the old-fashioned?
Which is
Just share the actual screen, so I can't see anything else.
Well, what were you doing before?
1 second. Entire screen.
You're gonna watch the stream.
Now.
It's gonna be great. Oh wait,
Yeah.
moving on.
Oh, showing it so.
Yep. I got the dancing boxes.
Okay, so where were we? Yeah, so we've got pencil box person.
It's still not up.
So we've got pencil sword paints with jeans. Is it? I've got it shared. Unless it's delayed for you.
I think it's delayed for
Yeah,
me.
you got to click
Marco, are
box
you
stream.
seeing it? Are you seeing
Nope. I'm not.
Huh. Yeah, I just got the dancing boxes.
The delayness is killing me. Alright. Let me do that.
I don't know what the deal is.
Alright.
That is the danger with cloning yourself, Flynn. You shouldn't do it.
Decreasing returns?
Just stay yourself.
I've just jumped off and jumped onto this one now.
Oh, it's working! It's working! It's working! I can see it!
Woo!
Yeah,
Okay,
I've
Flynn,
gone back
take
to
it
the
away. We're not going to
Discord
interrupt you.
It's gonna get terrible delayed.
I don't care. You just talk to yourself.
Alright, so is that up? I'm just making sure it's up on YouTube right now. So as soon as it's up on there,
Oh, right.
I'm just gonna...
It's up for us. It's streaming. It's
Yeah.
coming through the stream.
I can see it.
Now we've got infinite
Cool.
regress. Great.
Alright, that's off. So we've got pencil sword paints with their Junestealer face head with what looks like to be more of a Yamagle.
This is amazing. I didn't see this.
Yeah. They've also done a few other work as well. So it's more like a Junestealer in
wow.
camouflage. And we've got their final picture. A very helpful. I think it says Lom Fan has been a very helpful companion, or companion. So as you can see, it's not just the models side of it. Artwork is very welcome in Junestealer as well.
Certainly.
Then what we have next is if you didn't see Vermis's artwork,
our boy Vermis,
how did you not see it? It's just it's just an amazing piece because he did the logo already, and then he just does the first day of Junestealer. He just puts this out there. It's just like, why didn't you give us that in the first place?
See, this is how Vermis makes you love him.
But I could actually
he like teases you with a little bit of art, and he smacks you in the face with more art, and he retires to his cave to think about his brilliance.
We need more of it. Vermis. Have you got any more coming this month? I know you've got your little sculpt going on, but I don't know if you've got anything else. I know he's not here at the moment though. Next up, Craftsman Jono. Well, he's gone with the mining, but as I know you said last week, it doesn't. The theme there is just as a prompt. You don't have to follow it. If you want to continue going down with the mining route, go down with the mining route, and that's what Craftsman Jono has done here. Now, if you've seen their Tyranids with the skull faces, you can see it when we get to the. I won't even know what to call it. The maggot, the baby, the whatever this is here. That is creepy as hell as well.
It certainly is.
And yeah, it's also got a skull face as well.
As always.
That's how well you can tie in your high fleet to your cultists, but having similar motifs run through, even if it's just color scheme, specific conversions which you do to make your high fleet unique.
Great stuff.
Anything like that. And obviously Jono's done it here. Jono. Alright. Next up is an old Warp Shadow member. Deshande. I just like this one because it is the Alas Poor Yorick post with one of the normal Junestealers.
Yep.
And a Space Marine's helmet. The best bit is these actually gone and repainted the standard Junestealer that comes, not the Yamagal Stealer, which I think is actually quite impressive because of how much. It's not you may have had to. I don't know how he did it. I don't know if he dyed it, if he stripped it, or just painted directly over it. It's still impressive.
This guy's old school. Like really old school.
Next up. Yeah. Oh, the delay. We've got Symbio Joe, which had
Yeah. Love it. I love it.
a piece of terrain made by one of their gaming club members, Katako.
So cool. It's so cool.
I'm going to read the post out because it explains it so well.
Yep.
So it goes, a while ago, he made a joke on the Discord server of his gaming club, Katako, that the members of the cult of the Great Sky Mother have regular meetings behind Danny's chip shop. So a certain someone was kind enough to create the place and its owner. Many thanks to Comfy Haru, who doesn't use Instagram. As you can see, Danny works with the highest hygiene standards. So in the spirit of Junestealer 2022, I hope you enjoy your chips served by Danny. Also, users of the Junestealer Kiss app get a free serving. So
awesome.
this is also, I can see where one of Vermis's artwork would really go well.
Absolutely.
So next, we have the David Attenborough of Tyranids, High Fleet Bargeist,
Yay.
with work in progress, which I can only presume is going to be something absolutely crazy based on last year's installment of Junestealer for Bargeist. Where you just combined, I think, about at least 3 or 4 different kits on this viewing alone. Because I know he's got the Junestealer itself, old school, the 2nd edition or 3rd edition Junestealer body, Termagant legs, Junestealer head, and I believe that is so it's like current Junestealer kit, old Junestealer kit, termagants. So and as if I think there'll be a few other kits they might be thrown in there at some point as well. Next up, we have our own Simon with his futuristic hybrid cow beast monster thingy. I think this angle here properly shows off how good it is.
Did it remind anybody else of Kenobi?
But I know you guys are way, way behind me, or I'm way ahead.
Sorry.
What?
Did it remind anyone else of Kenobi?
We watched.
I mean,
What did you say about Kenobi?
yeah, Kenobi. Because, I mean, wasn't it adorable how Kenobi used to feed his own space desert cow in the first episodes of the new series?
Yeah.
And of course, the body shape isn't that close, but the snout is
Fuck,
yeah.
my microphone's been off. Sorry, yes, my microphone's been off this whole time. It definitely
Yeah,
reminds me of Kenobi. And I've only halfway through the first episode, so don't spoil anything for me yet.
Yeah.
I won't, but there's a space camel. Woo! Spoiler.
Yeah.
No, the part where you're like, he used to. I'm like, oh!
No. This is not a spoiler. This is just my weird way of saying things. There's nothing. There's no use. The camel is fine. Spoiler. The camel is fine.
But the camel! I was so touched.
It's fine. Trust me. It's a good camel and it's fine, of course.
You mean it was
Yes.
good, like it was delicious when he ate it?
No! Nobody ate the camel. It's not.
Okay,
it's
good.
not the 80s anymore, where you used to sleep in dead towns for. You don't do this anymore these days. You know,
We got sleeping
entertainment is
bags.
much more sanitized. Of course, no.
Yeah.
Aside from The Boys, okay, The Boys is not because it was filmed in Toronto, I guess. But anything else in entertainment is sanitized, and of course, nobody kills any animals these days.
Yo, are you watching The Boys?
Yeah,
Oh my god, man, that show. Oh my god.
it's the best show in the last years anywhere.
It's good.
Yes.
I don't know about like best show ever, but it's good.
Best
It's
show.
it's violent. It's ultra violent. Holy crap.
It's the best show. It has so many layers upon layers of things you can ponder about and think about and shocking things, and I love it to death. It's so
Glad
good.
you're enjoying it. Glad
But,
you noticed that it's shot in Toronto.
But I have to admit, I used to read the comics of Garth Ennis all the time back when I was in university,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I love this. It is really edgy style back then, and I still do today.
Someone told me the comics are not good.
The comics are awesome.
Oh, okay.
The comics are like. Haven't you read Preacher?
Oh, he wrote Preacher. Oh no, I heard the Boys comics are not good.
Well, the boys are. Well, they're maybe a bit more male than Preacher is, but
Yeah.
the boys are awesome. Like awesome stuff.
Okay.
I would
Pretty.
prefer if I would look from an artsy angle, I would say Preacher's probably better. But the
Yeah.
boys. Yeah,
I was
the
familiar
boys
with
is
Preacher.
good.
I had a friend who introduced me to Preacher.
Okay.
I mean, it was okay. I didn't like go crazy for it, but like it was good. It was I could appreciate the art of it. Let's put it
You're a
that way.
snob. You're a snob, aren't you?
I guess so, eh? This is the part where I super glue my my pin into my pin vise because I'm an idiot.
You're super gluing your pin into your pin vise?
I'm doing a weird thing where I'm trying to like pin this Ogren leg and make it longer, but I'm like putting glue onto the pin and then sliding the bits down it like a shish kebab, and I think it's gonna go horribly wrong, but we'll see what happens.
So why would you work on an Ogren?
For Junestealer.
No. Tell us more.
Yeah. It's gonna be a big bad hybrid.
Yeah.
Nice.
He
So
might be
is
a
it a-
minor though, Flynn. Sorry.
Is it a plastic or a forge world Ogren?
Plastic.
Which one?
Necromunda.
Nice.
Dominant.
The
They are
Ogren Servitors or whatever the heck they're called.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
They are. But they're too squatty. I'm trying to make him less squatty.
Yes, I see. I see, of course. Nice one.
Which of course is going to take work, but we'll see.
If it doesn't hurt, it doesn't count.
There you go.
You know what this comes from? The saying?
Germany?
No. How was the Necromunda preacher called? Like the preacher's the redemptionist special character, Flynn. You know?
Josephius or whatever?
No. The redemptionist special character, the preacher with the sidekick. Come on.
I thought his
Somebody
name was
has
like
to know.
Josephius or
Yeah?
something.
No.
For which one again?
The redemptionist preacher, the big one, the special
The guy with
character
the fancy
Oh,
hat.
With the psychic.
with the
I'm
sidekick.
only thinking of
Exactly.
Uriah Jacobson.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Oh,
it.
you mean the Black Library one?
exactly.
No, you got it right, Flynn. You just got to catch up.
The Walker.
Come on. Somebody has to know.
No, it's
Oh.
that one. It's the Uriah Jacobs, isn't it? Or it's a different one?
No, it's
Ozymandias. Inquisitor Lord.
the redemptionist preacher.
Is it that one?
Mm,
This is a mess.
Or do you mean the
That-
Sister of Battle one? With the one with the Harlequin?
I have no idea. Wait.
It's another
We should
riveting
look.
episode, guys.
We are such amateurs, really.
We are.
I'm disgusted at our inability to do anything.
So, Flynn, do you want to continue? Since we rudely interrupted you? Once your audio catches up?
Yeah. So, last but least, is me with my... Yeah.
Hey, are you allowed to feature yourself? Is that an
the
inside job?
Junestealer. At first, I was annoyed with people who took my post and reshared it without giving credit, but now I'm more like, it's made people laugh. It's hilarious. Yes, I'm featuring myself. Because I don't feature myself on Warp Shadow, I'm going to feature myself on here.
All right.
But it's more of, this is just like a whole joke, and it's more of, I'm still working on actual models for Junestealer.
Yeah.
But
Same
most of my stuff I've taken the everyday cultist is just to have a bit of a laugh with the action figures.
Yep.
So this is like, it's also me getting a humble bit of bragging of, it's my most liked post and it's not even a model.
Wait, what's that thing? I can't
Right.
read the card. The
What
card
I'm going
that you
to
have
do,
up
I'm going
in
to
front.
end my screen sharing and end call and jump back on so I can be talking with you guys for a little bit before I have to jump off every so often. Okie dokie.
All right, I will close that. Get Marco's video back.
There we go. Oh,
Oh, whoops. You need to oil that thing, Marco. It hurts.
yeah.
What?
When you twist your drill, your pin vise, it hurts.
Yes, it hurts me too.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
It hurts us all.
Remember,
Nick,
if
just
it
you.
doesn't hurt, it doesn't count.
Oh my god, here we go.
It's the Redeemer who said it.
Redeemer. Is that his name?
Yep,
Okay.
Oh, he's just called the Redeemer. Oh,
yep, that's his name. And
Is the
he's not,
chat frozen?
he's not the nicest guy.
yeah, your chat is.
Oh my god. What a shit show!
The guys say I stole it from.
What a shit show! Wow. Everyone's like, Redeemer, 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 not even showing up. Oh my god, there's so much.
Clovis the Redeemer.
Flynn, can you go through the chat? Because there's a lot of good shit in there that was just not showing up because life is shit today, apparently.
Because it got to. Yeah, it got to. It's good,
Embarrassing.
and then it was there.
What's that, Marco?
Where is it's
Embarrassing.
good?
And I thought I would do something valuable with my Friday evening here.
Thought wrong.
No. Always
No,
the
no,
same kind of
no.
shit.
Same
Alright.
shit show, different day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna jump in now.
Thank you.
So what we've got is in the chat. We've gone. Felix has gone. Ooh, this one's good. Range Dealer Ultimate Oxymoron. Peter Hampson. Good lord, even the livestock isn't safe. A lamb. Does the cow give blue milk? Barcase goes purple milk. That is infectious. And it's the boys' comics makes the violence on the show look mild. What you
That's
need,
crazy.
Mr. Pink, is
Yes.
debonder for such an event for Peter Hampson. Barcase has gone. It's more about the message than giving too many people character development. And then we have Vermis the Redeemer, Peter Hampson, Clovis the Redeemer, and Malakev.
Yeah,
Nick going, I really like the first season of Raised by Wolves. Vermis has gone, the Redeemer, bangs
Shit.
on the Hals. Barkai's Glory the Redeemer. Vermis guy just bangs on glass. Pete Hampson's gone, Uriah Jacobson is someone else. Necronic goes, Clovis the Redeemer. Pete Hampson, Clovis the Redeemer is the crazy Necromunda dude. Barkai says, this is just a plot so we can pay money to make them pay attention to the chat. Tom Wilson, did I just sculpt the sphincter just for Marco? Burmis, Barkai, oh my god, guys. Felix says, seems the chat in the stream is frozen. Barkai goes, hey Flynn, you stole that from Reddit. No, Reddit stole it from me. Alam, how could you do that, Flynn? Making a joke about Junestealers, I don't know. I'm just that evil.
So, Flynn, you did steal that from Reddit, right?
Now, how delayed am I now? No, actually, that is actually my own pair of jeans. That is
nice.
my own. It's actually my own staircase in my house.
Yeah, but you saw someone else post it on Reddit,
after
and
I
then you
posted it.
recreated it with your jeans and
So
your
if you look at
staircase,
the
right?
times and dates. No.
I'm
The
just
Reddit
fucking with you,
picture
man. I'm fucking
is
with
my
you.
picture.
I'm fucking
Check the
with you.
metadata.
I'm fucking with you.
Oh no, I'm just doing everyone.
I'm banging on the glass.
I'm using the metadata meme now. I know. And I want to use the metadata meme.
What is the metadata?
The metadata shows it's not the same picture. You didn't see the trial, did you?
So, guys, what are we talking about now?
I haven't got a fucking clue.
The Johnny Depp hammer.
We could talk about the new Imperial Guard models. Why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Well, bye, Flynn. It was
Right,
nice seeing you.
Back on time.
Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna. Marco, that's a good idea. I'm gonna pull up the Imperial Guard models. Give me a second.
thank you.
Yeah. The Kazakhstan.
Yes. The Sentinel and Ursula Creech.
No one's bothered about those. It's the Kazakhstan everyone wants.
But
Wow,
Ursula
that's
is
actually like in time now. What the hell's going on with this world?
but
I
Ursula
disconnected and reconnected.
Ursula is a very shitty German name. We should talk about it.
He's also the Witch Queen and the Little Mermaid.
Really?
Yeah, Ursula. It's the name of the
Yep.
one who gives her the ability to walk the legs and takes the voice.
I haven't seen it. Sorry.
What? You haven't seen the Little
How have you
Mermaid?
not seen the Little Mermaid?
You're
No,
a
I haven't.
monster.
Okay. And
Oh yeah, I guess we knew you're a monster. You eat children, don't you?
yes, I haven't. But you don't have any either. So why did you watch it?
No, I said you eat children.
Yes, I did. Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Oh god.
It's a good thing.
Oh my god. Where the hell? Browser share. That's what I'm gonna do. Astra Militarum.
Okay, how do I delete?
Call them Imperial Guard.
Fuck Astra
Boom.
Militarum, really.
Agreed.
It sounds so funny.
Oh no! The bots have arrived.
I've just dealt with
Guys,
it.
we made it. We made it.
It's been a while since we've had the bots.
All right, there we go. Got a bit too Slaneshi here for a second.
What? What did you do?
There was a porn bot. You missed it.
Damn it.
Yeah. You missed out.
Can you repeat it, please, for me?
No. But sexy naked good times, basically, is what they're offering.
Shit. It's Friday evening for me.
Well, you'll have to go watch the recording of the stream, and then you'll have all your questions answered.
Woo! Some free porn for me, yeah?
I didn't say it was free.
Damn it.
Okay. Enough of the nonsense. Back to the nonsense. Yeah, so this picture leaked recently of some Cadians battling some very old Junestealer models.
Well said.
And it was yeah, it was leaked, and people were like, oh my god, look, Kasrkin, there's new Kasrkin models. And then Games Workshop did their standard thing, which is, oh, you got the potato can picture? Let's show you the real picture. So first of all,
Yeah, can you do a zoom in and enhance above the Kasrkin for me?
above the what? Are you trying to get at the unbased bases?
Just click on the image.
And then?
Oh no, nothing about the base. I'm saying if you look above the Kasrkin in the picture,
Yeah.
Yeah?
there is another model there. That's brand new.
Enhance.
You've got what looks to be
Commissar?
what looks to be an yeah, and next to the commissar, it looks like there's new plastic guard kits as well for new infantry.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You think those are new plastic guard? I don't know.
Yeah, supposed to be veterans. Possibly, and the proportions are much better. Much better.
Because
Really? I missed
the
that.
pose is different.
You're right.
Yeah.
Wait. Those legs though
Got the
look kind of
commissar,
similar to
you've
the
got
Kasrkin. Could it be a
the guys
duplicate or
there.
something?
Everyone should focus on the foreground. Could be, or it could be more Kasrkin, but I doubt it because of the arms.
Yes, and there's a heavy
Bit
stubber.
too
There's a heavy stubber included. There's so many
And
stuff.
one of them's got a completely different helmet.
The bases are different as well. The normal Cadians have earth bases. The Castle can have like urban bases. Many differences.
See, but that doesn't make sense to me because they just released like conversion sprues for the Cadians.
Absolutely. Yet here we are.
Weird.
But they could be a veteran kit.
I think
So
it is.
different to the upgrade sprue.
Yes, I think it is.
Okay.
And there's supposed to be another tank coming, which is supposed to sit between the Lehman Ross and the Baneblade, size-wise. The Commissar, the daughter of Creed, leading the Cadians now. Standard troops, new Sentinel. You can see with two variants, a Scout and as an armored Sentinel again, and the Kasrkin, of course.
Okay, Marco, you're getting ahead of us.
Sorry, I read up on Daka. You remember?
How is Daka still a thing?
It is.
Okay, this is annoying. I'm trying to sculpt and run this, and I guess I should just give up. Okay, here she is in all her glory. Trunchbull. Oh, so we got Ursula Creed, daughter of Ursaka Creed. What do we think? Like, I like that she's not holding something in the air and screaming, but otherwise the model doesn't really move me.
Not bad.
Marco, what do you think?
Well, I think it's good. She doesn't have to be an attractive young female again. It's a woman, and she's not sexy, which is great. Love it.
Hey, listen, man. Some people might find her sexy.
Yes, okay, go for it.
No, but you're right. She's not like a objectified woman, which is good.
Yeah, exactly. I like it.
Okay, and then where the hell are we? Yeah, let us know in the chat what you think. Flynn, are you delayed or?
I think he's gone again.
Alam has said it's Angela Merkel.
Ah!
Oh, my Auntie Angela. I'm so thrilled.
You should be.
All right.
Flynn, can you take a spin through the chat?
Yeah, Alam says it's Angela Merkel.
And what could be wrong with that?
Well, this is jumped. Tom Wilson says reminds me of the teacher from Matilda. Yeah, that's Mrs. Trunchbull. Buckeyes, the elite carapace armored troops that were organic stormtroopers. Oh wait, no. Okay, so I got. I wonder how they're going to use the Kasrkin. They used to be the grenadier stereotype for Imperial Guard, the elite carapace armored troops that were organic troopers. But now we've got the new special snowflake glory boys.
I hate the Scions. I hate them so much.
Scions.
So I don't like
Really?
the gothic crap.
Interesting, because I always thought the Scions are kind of cool, but I never warmed to them, and always preferred the Kazakhstan to them.
Yeah,
So
like
yeah, tell me.
I'm a fan of Tech Guard, like more high tech looking, less like crusty old gothic whatever. And to me, the Scions are Tech Guard. No, sorry, the Scions are old crusty gothic whatever, like more like Blanchett's style. Whereas I really like the like techy modern vibe of the Kasrkin.
Yeah, agreed.
Always loved them, but yeah, when the Scions came out, I was like kind of disappointed. I was like, what is this? What am I looking at?
Yeah, same here. Same for me, actually. Actually, I used to have 20 Kazakhstan models back in the day, and actually painted them pretty elaborately. But I fucked up the paint jobs with the scheme and sold them on eBay for an apple and an egg.
No.
Yes, because once, it just happens sometimes. I spent a lot of work on them, but the scheme just was wrong.
Was it like camo? Were you trying for like camouflage or something?
No,
or?
I just did some dark green trousers and some black armor, but there was no contrast between the dark green trouser and the black armor. It was all shaded elaborately and done very well, and it just didn't work, which was totally frustrating.
Did you take any pictures of them?
Yeah, I think so. They have to be around somewhere.
Nice. Because I thought I remember seeing some of your High Fleet Moloch pictures had Kasrkin in them as like the victims.
Yes, I think so. Exactly. These.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Man, I can't figure out which leg is the left leg or the right leg for this Ogren. Oh well. YOLO.
Well.
All right, so yeah, we got Trunchbull. And then we got what do we got? Oh, she's got a sexy helmet. That's kind of neat.
It's Ursula.
Tell us about Ursula as a German name. What do we need to know?
Well, it's the kind of German name which used to be popular like in the 60s or 70s, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like from my point of view, which well, all ants are called Ursula.
All ants?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's not popular. It's not common these days, and it's like old school and not in a good way.
Yeah, I had an aunt named Ursula.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's like a friend of the family aunt.
Okay.
My parents confused the crap out of me when I was a kid.
Why?
Because they just told me that like everyone I was related to was my cousin, and then
Okay.
like they told me that like all of their friends were my aunts and uncles. I mean, like that's okay, but then you go to school and you're like, oh yeah, that's my cousin, and other kids are like, okay, yeah, but like your second cousin 3 times removed. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying right now. Like they never taught me any of that stuff. They were just like, my cousin is my cousin is my cousin.
That is weird.
Anyway, whatever.
It's
not,
a lot
I don't think
easier
it's
that
so
way.
bad.
When you've got big families, it gets complicated.
Yeah, but we didn't even have a big family. But whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of my mom's friends was named Ursula, and she was really nice.
Oh, okay,
what
I'm
do you
playing
guys
again.
think about the new Kazakhstan and the armor? Because it's changed in a few places, actually.
Yeah, I'll scroll down. Hold on. Now that we're done with Ursi.
See.
Oh. That's what her husband. So this is good, Marco. This is where like I got my like good. I think they were actually Austrian. I don't think they were German. But the wife's name was Ursula and the husband's name was Lutz. God damn, more porn bots. Marco, get in quick.
Yes, I tried to.
Why does like one of them?
Good stuff.
Fucking God. And like, what can I do? Like, I can like ban them, but then they're just gonna come back. Remove. I can remove shit. Good. Report. Pornography. This is what you pay the big money for. This is where your super chats go.
Hey, my yacht! Don't forget it.
Yeah, well, porn bots are stealing it all.
Shit.
How do I hide user on this channel? Is it all different users? Messages will be hidden. But what about their current messages? This is a mess. This is a mess.
Everything.
Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be?
I love how it like leaves the naked HD XYZ cheapest sex dating fine. Like it leaves that shit. It takes the messages off, but it leaves the crap.
Hang on. I think you only have the power to ban.
I didn't see a ban available. I removed or something.
Yeah.
Oh look, you can still view the deleted message. How great is that? Okay, so back to Kasterkin. They're more upright than they used to be. I feel like their legs used to be chunkier, or their boots used to be chunkier or something. I'm looking for more chunk.
Yes. Their upper thigh armor is hidden with the tunic these days.
Ah, they're modest. What the hell's going on here?
I put them in a timeout.
Oh, good man.
So their message tries to come through, and because they're in a timeout, they can't do anything. Yep.
But they can fill our channel with blanks.
Yeah.
Weird. Okay, anyway. What do people in the chat think of the Kaskins? The new dudes. Let us know. Marco, how do you feel about it?
Well, first off, I used to prefer the old helmet sculpt because the shape was for some reason much nicer for me.
Oh, yeah, it had more like earpieces, like more chunky at the sides kind of thing.
Yes, and I think it pulled down more of the sides. It wasn't just like, it's a bit higher now. But well, I think this comes down to taste. The sample Kazakhstan they posted on the Warhammer community site really shows shitty plastic sculpting and casting on the legs. Because when you look at the knees and the strap that connects the knee armor in the back, it looks like a chunky style of plastic, like a sausage leg. It doesn't look right.
Yeah.
That is kind of weird. Other than that, I'm totally happy to see them being done. And just as you said, I prefer Techie Guard and prefer these way more to the science. So I'm really happy we get some new ones. I'm really tempted to do some Inquisitional ones with them.
Yeah. No, I'm really glad to be getting them, but I do wish that, I don't know, they feel less, they look more streamlined than before.
Yes,
I kind of want them to look more chonky, but I guess that's, we've been overruled.
Absolutely.
But that's interesting if they're gonna like stealth redo the Cadians by like
Hamster says I like.
Go ahead.
What is
I
hurting me?
got delayed that quickly. Damn it. Peter
Yeah.
Peter Ham says I like them. They're good. Gomez goes, Kassakin, right? I like them. Nick says bring back OG Stormtroopers, the ones before Cassicans, the one with the
Oh,
stubby
those are
gas
kinda neat.
masks. Yeah, I know those ones. I've got a set of them.
I got a bunch of those.
Yeah, I still think the Cassican are the best ones though.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. So okay, how about the Sentinel?
Jeez, Marco. Are we done talking about these guys?
I can really see why people are conflicted about that.
Hold on a sec. Yeah, Bits of Box was not happy with it. All right. Here's our walker boy, our chicken boy.
The Sentinel
or Bits of Box was not pleased with the new Sentinel. He said that the armored version, it's too smooth. It looks too Marine Boy.
Yeah.
Whereas, and I didn't really know what he meant, and then I went and looked at the old armored Sentinel, and I saw that it had like more kind of like panels and rivets.
Yep.
To it.
I think it's smaller, the old one, of course, as always.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm totally wondering why they redid it.
Yeah, I see what he means. It's just more of a.
Go on, Flynn. Fucking shit show right here.
Yes.
To me.
Yeah. Amateurs today. So I'm really wondering why they redid it, because the old model was perfectly fine for me.
Well, I think what happened is the old model, it's that old style of sprue, which is they're shipping a lot of air with it, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Like those super gappy sprues.
That might be a point, yeah. But still, I would think within the Imperial Guard range, they have more pressing things to do new.
Well, I think they're doing, like, in this article, they talk about how this is just like the start for Imperial Guard, and there's going to be like a lot more. So I'm hoping
that's my tiny Tyranid soul these days.
What's that?
Well, we got a model, huh? Haven't we?
No, but Marco, like, Guard has been sitting on their ass for a lot longer than we have.
Really?
Yeah, man. Like, think about the last time that they got rank and file Cadians in like 2003.
Yeah, no.
And then they got their newest rank and file plastic in 2021 with the Krieg.
That's cool. Yeah.
I think I picture Tyranids and Imp Guard as being on the same level in terms of shitty, in need of, like, desperately in need of new models.
Yeah.
And I think that our line has aged better than their line.
Yeah, agreed. Of course. Of course, agreed.
Oh, Flynn's back.
Yeah, I'll just keep going off and on just so I can hear what you guys are saying and talk at the same time as you.
Great. Can you take a look at the chat? See what people are saying about this stuff?
So what we have, so it goes. So the hard guys just goes. This is how the world ends. We believe you, vermin. I think so. Yeah. But I mean, if the guard were treated like Marines, and then I'm not David. These guys kind of have heroic space marine proportions. I'm down. Tom Wilson says I like all the new guard. Peter
Yep.
Hansen, I think the new Sentinel looks good, but do we really need a replacement Sentinel? The old kit was absolutely fine as is. Barkai says there would be inquisitorial stormtroopers. Scions is the original stormtrooper formation from the second edition, and then grenadier type formations like Kassakan. And yeah, I did not expect a new Sentinel. PM says all the weapons it needed. Nice posable legs, good detail. Buckeyes, I am with you, Pete. Totally out of left field for me. Tom Wilson, I really like it, but I do sort of want an old one as well as the new one.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say
I
that.
think
That they're like, I'm gonna go get an old one because I still
Oh.
like the old one.
Yeah. I think the old Tyranids look less out of place than the old guard looking at you, Kata-chans.
Yeah, definitely.
Kona says, other than the mold quality and Gaunt and Warrior teeth, I have no complaints about old Nid models. Alam, I just like the Bioball head. I think most people do.
Dislike or
For
just
me,
like?
the new Sentinel.
Go ahead.
Dislike.
Yeah.
I think it is too rounded for me. It looks more like either by the squats or the Adeptus Mechanicus have tried to get into it.
Ah,
Because
interesting. Good observation.
The whole thing about the Imperium is meant to be its block. We've done everything. It's basically we've got a box and we're putting it on legs. That is basically what a Sentinel is.
Yeah.
But I think they tried to make it a little bit more rounded, so it could be a little bit more distinct from the ATSTs from Star Wars.
Oh.
But wherever you say it's going to be, that looks like a chicken walker.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're getting new kits. It's, to be honest, it could be a kit that needs it because I've never put a Sentinel together. It could be like it's the Carnifex kit where the main body plates don't line up.
I don't remember them being that bad, but I haven't assembled that many.
It could be also like. Also, they could have been the mold's about to break, so they're going. We need a new one anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Or it could be that they're
a
like
lot of
someone
behind
was
the scenes about it that we don't know.
I think it was it Brent? Someone in the Discord was talking about how they're like, oh, maybe I need to get an old Sentinel now. And then they went and looked at the old Sentinel. They're like, holy shit, the old Sentinel's really cheap. Maybe they just need an excuse to increase the price.
Good point.
Because they did that, like, it's a much more detailed model, but they changed the monolith. They made a new model for it for the Necrons. And they're like, this monolith is huge! It's so big! And then someone did a comparison, and it's actually smaller than the old monolith, or like the same size, but it is like twice the price.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, interesting fact. I talked with an industry insider this week.
There's more plastic to it.
I talked with an industry insider this week, and he told me that he fully expects Games Workshop to close down production of any models within 10 years because of
3D printing.
Yes, because of 3D printing, and he said that he thinks this market model is only viable for a certain amount of time, and then only the IP will have any worth at all because it's not sustainable.
That's why they're going hard into video games. Wait, we already had this conversation, didn't we?
That's because they try to squeeze out as much as fast as possible because it's finite.
That's interesting because they are going very fast. Like they're releasing like tons of video games, tons of toys and shit. Like you're right. They're probably trying to scale up because like the model industry is gonna like slip out from under them.
Which kind of sucks from my perspective. But how about you?
Yeah. I mean, like it's sad. He said 10 year, and like I don't know. Is this someone who like does 3D printing of models? Because then they're kind of vested in like, I'm superior.
No,
okay.
No, not at all.
Ah, gotcha.
Just an insider who's been in the industry for decades now as a professional, and I fully trust this perspective.
Yeah. Yeah. I've heard people say it's not going to take 10 years.
Really? Okay. Wow.
Yeah, like it's going to be like 5 or something like that.
Shit.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, the person also said that typically
Mm.
3D print customers these days don't care too much about quality. Yeah, of course, for a bit, but not too much, because they're happy that it's good enough.
Yeah.
Which, of course, is putting all kinds of pressure on Games Workshop because they're surviving on having the best models these days as a production company. And
Yeah.
if customers are like that, of course, this is a big point.
Flynn, what do you think?
Flynn?
He's probably delayed. Or maybe
I
he
guess.
left. I don't know.
You could say that all the time about, oh, this company's going to go and this company's going to go bust, and we're just waiting around for it to happen at the industry. But I don't think that'll be the case. Obviously, Games Workshop will go more heavily into other avenues, such as like games, books, whatever else they can get into. And
Eisenhower
it
serious?
maybe they do something with 3D printing, but it may also be they don't. Yeah, the TV show, the Ivan's that's why I think we're getting a lot of stuff from Warhammer Plus is going to grow, and at some point it may be that if you have Warhammer Plus, you get a free trial, or you get the beta versions of the games to do the testing with. There could be a lot of
Interesting.
things they go down to, but I always think Games Workshop is the company that does lead miniature manufacturing at the moment.
Yeah.
And if you're getting all the people doing Kickstarters for different gaming systems they're trying to create themselves,
Yes.
and a lot of other people, for example, Puppets at War, Chromelech, Hydrocast, Artle W miniatures, so many other places use Warhammer as a basis for models to produce so people can buy them and play games with them,
Yep.
or is it inspiration for their own system? So I think while someone may say, oh, in about 10 years' time, they're not going to be making the models anymore, maybe they don't need Games Workshop needs to make the models anymore because they've branched out into other areas.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I still think they will be making the models because it allows them to keep control over the IP even more, and also it'll be why did all the other stuff, like with the whole chapter house thing we've talked about, I don't know how many times, that would have been that was a waste of time for them to do because they've now got control of the IP.
When was Chapter House?
What are
What
they
year
going
was
to do with
that?
it? It could also be that they go out to more companies and go, all right, we want you to start making some designing. Oh, that was back in 5th edition
Yeah, Chapter House is ancient history.
because of
So
all
it's not,
the
I don't think it's any like,
miniatures that
there's no argument about
disappeared
being like,
straight when
oh,
6th edition came out.
there's no argument about being like,
Uh,
oh yeah, well we wasted all that money on Chapter House only to stop making miniatures. Like Games Workshop has made a shitload more money since Chapter House in the intervening
There's-
years, especially like these years when like their returns are huge.
Certainly.
So Chapter House is
Well,
like far in the rearview mirror as far as they're concerned, I think.
well, the guy also said that
Well,
he
Well, I
fully
was going
expects.
along the lines of they might go to other
Sorry, Marco.
companies
Yes, good.
to make the models for them.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. The guy also said that he fully expects Games Workshop to switch to
Yeah, that was it.
mostly producing prepaid limited boxes like the Cool Mini or Not stuff does, because it's much safer from an
Ooh,
perspective to just not
interesting.
produce the kind of way they are producing now, but just switch to this kind of thing where you just know how much you will sell. You have your prepaid money invested for the product, and you have less risk of any calculation.
And they're kind of maybe doing a little bit of that on the pre-orders now, where they're like made to order more so
Yeah.
than we're just gonna make a ton of this and hope that it sells. Like it seems like they're
Yeah.
more interested in like right sizing their releases. Like that's how we get like deficiencies in like Curse City or whatever, because they're like, we're not going to
Yes.
print 1 million of these because they're not going to sell. And then when they sell, they're like, oh shit, well now we got to go and see about printing some more because it sold more than we
Well,
thought.
funnily enough, the same guy
Yeah.
said to me, which I didn't know before, that this was due to an IP legal conflict with Curse City. I don't know between which partners,
That's a
but
rumor. I don't
yeah,
like. There's many rumors. I don't know which one's true.
yes, but I think this is the only one that explains it to me. Well enough,
There's
I
also
guess.
someone who said that with Curse City there was something where they were printing the cardboard in China, and then the company that they were printing the cardboard with went out of business or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But they
Interesting.
got it back up. If it was an IP, I guess they'd have to have settled it if they're because now they're selling Curse City again.
Yes, of course.
Flynn, what's the chat saying?
The chat.
Oh,
Let's
you're
see
up
what
to
the chat
speed.
is
Oh,
saying.
wow. Ooh. Oh, hey, Flynn. Hi. Welcome to June 10th.
Yeah. I keep disconnecting myself from the call and reconnecting, so I have on timing with you, and then I just diverge off.
Oh my.
So I don't know when that will happen next.
Go ahead.
Necronic says, please give us variant guard. He's tired of, he's bored of Cadians. I'm not David says the Sentinel looks hella admech. Dark Eyes
Yes.
goes, the new one feels like the Martian pattern Warlord with the curved armor plates, and the last one was the Lucian pattern with the flat armor panels.
Ah, I like it.
Yeah.
Felix go, Biovore head is a bit goofy, but the rest of the model was good. I'm not David says, old Sentinel does evoke that historical US military feel. I get what you mean, but it's just ironic with everything being set in the future.
Yeah.
But the old Sentinel looks more like a whole. It's old school. It's an old piece of kit that you'd drag out every so often. Whereas this one looks fresh, brand new, shiny. But you just want the old stuff because you know it works. Pete says the curves don't bother me in theory. Lots of interwar tanks used cast components that gave them a rounded shape, but that Sentinel looks too futuristic to me. The missile launcher bothers me.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, I can see that. Barco says I don't mind the curves either. I actually like the model. It's just the other one was fine. I'd have to see the sprue to really nail down my opinion because the last one was quite posable.
Absolutely.
And what David, the old one had character. Brett Evans is. I imagine it's like how people said that home video will destroy cinemas or MP3 downloads would kill the music industry. I think in relation to the what point
Printing.
we were just on about. If there's if they do anything, yeah, STL based, it'll get spread around so fast. Artists avoid this purely on goodwill that GW doesn't have. Necronic has gone to bed. Night night.
Night, Necronic.
And Dark Eyes says, not everyone wants to mess about with a 3D printer. Even in 5 to 10 years, it's still easier for Jimmy to glue his dollies together.
Yeah,
Well,
I think that it's not gonna like I'm like not everyone is gonna buy one, but I think that their market share is gonna decrease. It will have like a little more of an actual impact on their market share. Like there will be more people who are okay, who like see that it's not actually like sometimes it's cheaper, but like 3D printing can be expensive as well. So I think people are gonna buy 3D printers and be like, this is so much cheaper, and then they're gonna try and do all this stuff. And the people who have the patience for it are gonna continue to 3D print, and the people who don't have the patience for it are like, I could just go to Games Workshop and buy this model.
guess so.
Brett Evans said you read a post earlier saying that my hobby is painting and modeling, not being a printer technician.
Yeah.
Well,
but the thing is, it could get easier.
It needs to, but the same guy said, interestingly enough, that his experience with most of the guys who were printing is like they're printing so many models all the time that they don't get any stuff done besides printing those models because it's so addictive.
Yeah.
They don't paint them anymore. They just collect them and collect the STLs and say, "Wow, another one! Let's print it!" And "Whoa, it came out great! Next one!" But
Yeah.
it just ruins the hobby for them, which he observed a couple of times.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's also with the printing, the bits I've seen about it is it's not just you don't just buy a printer. You've got to buy a curing station. You've got to
Yep.
get a buy a cleaner. You've got to be able to safely dispose of any excess resin or any isopropyl alcohol that you use to clean the resin with. It's the amount of time you could be putting into the printing could be more than what you do than what we do into just building a normal kit or even converting a kit.
Yeah.
Where they go, oh yeah, it's a lot cheaper to print. This model only cost me this much, but the amount of how much electricity is it costing you to run your printer for 20 hours to print this huge piece? How much time are you spending on doing that is just to get the print happen or the print to fail? How much resin you put behind? How
So
much
currently, these are all current
isopropyl?
questions. We're talking 5 to 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So this stuff is going to get cleaner and more and easier in 5 to 10 years.
Definitely.
As the technology gets better. I'm not going to say that it's going to be like completely like equivalent to just like placing an order on your friendly local game store's site and it's just like showing up at your house, so you're just picking it up. But it could get easier. Like it could be that like resin comes in like these little cartridges and you just like insert them into the printer, and then it also has like the alcohol and it like cleans it for you. Like who knows? Like Anchor, the company that's kind of famous for making sorry, I keep bumping my camera here. Anchor, the company that's kind of famous for making battery packs that you can like plug your cell phones into and whatever. I read an article that they are working on a 3D printer that it's filament, so it's not resin, but it's a filament printer that has a lot less like setup. Like a lot of that stuff is kind of like baked in, and it also goes like I think they said 5 to 10 times faster than current printers. Like they devised this new software that can like correct for errors or whatever, and there's a little bit of like AI in there helping it out, or learning algorithms. I don't know, but yeah. So like the technology is accelerating.
Obviously,
So
always is.
It will get easier. It will get faster. The question is, will it get easy or fast enough? Who knows?
At some point, it certainly will.
Yeah.
What I can see though,
Yeah.
is more of 3D printing companies being set up. So I buy my files, I go to you guys and get you to print my files for me,
Yeah.
where there's no issue with ownership rights or anything, because I'm going to you to print my files off, and then you're going to send them to me once they're done, and I pay you whatever your fee is, so resin and then the extra hour labors. I can see that being taken off in the next few years over the whole people getting it themselves, because some people were going to go, well, I'm going to print it, but I don't want to pay out for the printing. I could buy the model and then pay maybe what I pay for the kit, less than the kit itself overall.
Yeah.
I can see it working that way, but it's one of those. As soon as things get cheaper, we'll see the end result. But in my opinion, it will be, some people will be like, I can't be bothered doing all that extra work with the 3D printer, or I can't be bothered to. I want to get these models now, and I want them now. I don't want to wait, get them sent off someone to print, and have to wait for them to get sent to me. I can see that happening quite a lot, so people will still be buying and purchasing models. And you've also got this second-hand market anyway, which is always cheaper than even buying them direct. So I think the models are going to be Games Workshop will still be making models for a long time. past 10 years.
Well, I hope so.
I think like I don't think they'll be like I don't think 3D printing will kill Games Workshop. I think it'll force Games Workshop to change. I don't
Absolutely.
expect Games Workshop will ever embrace 3D printing. Like I would be shocked if they start selling STLs. But I think that they're going to reduce output, and they're going to focus more on the stuff they know is going to sell. And as Marco said, and like his buddy said, maybe that will change like the styles of the releases. Like maybe you won't be able to buy like all the different kits for Imperial Guard individually. Maybe you have to buy like an Imperial Guard army box and it's got all the kits in it or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Oh yeah, like look at the Chaos Warriors for Age of Sigmar. You can't get those Warriors models without buying the starter set.
But that's currently
Okay.
like
Which
a
makes
temporary thing. Like eventually
for
Games
anyone that would
Workshop
make no sense.
tends
Like
to release those
you
boxes
can't get
separately.
these. It's been like that for at least 5 years, I think,
No.
or something ridiculous.
The Chaos Warriors have not been out for 5 years.
Like the Shadow Spear boxes.
Oh yeah.
If you look at those,
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I know it's been a while since they've been in that set. But the Shadow Spear release for that they did a couple of years back with the Venom Stalker, the Greater Possessed, and everything
Yeah.
for Chaos Space Marines, and the Space Marines like with the jump packs and auto cannons.
Yeah.
You can only get them in the box in those combat patrol boxes or start collecting boxes, whatever they call them now. You can't get them anywhere else, so you have to buy that box to get them. And it's been, I think, for the Shadow Spear, at least nearly 3 years. I think.
Yeah, it's at least 2 years, maybe 3
And
years.
as we're saying with the release schedule stuff, the editions only last about 3 years. So 8th edition lasted only 3 years. 7th edition, I think, lasted about 3 years. Age of Sigmar has been 3 years between each of its editions. It's one of those. It's going to be stuff is moving very quickly at the moment. They just keep on. Let's get a whole new rule set out, then we get new arm books, and
Absolutely.
everything just builds off it.
Okay.
All right, speaking of shifting Games Workshop paradigms and new releases, new systems. What about like I know we don't talk about Marines, but let's talk about Marines for a second.
Why wouldn't we?
Oh yeah, you love Marines. You're always like stealth painting them on the creature conference. Oh shit. On the creature conference.
Jones is acting strangely.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Drink.
Cheers.
No, because I'm acting strangely. Because I'm like, let's talk about Marines. But what I want to talk about is like, I don't know, like, I feel like with this huge Horus Heresy release that's coming out with like Marine Boys, it feels like Games Workshop getting smart. Because like there's a pretty big, robust heresy like scene.
Well, obviously, yeah.
But it's all through Forge World. And like I think from the outside people might be like, oh my god, Forge World, Games Workshop's just printing money. But with all the problems with like Forge World casting and all that, I feel like they might be losing more money than we know on Forge World. Because like people get miscast and they have to be sent a new one, and there's all this like headache, and people are more hesitant to buy because it's Forge World. And I honestly am shocked. Like I shouldn't say that I'm shocked because like it's Marines and Games Workshop loves Marines. They're gonna release Marines, but like the depth of this line that they're just dropping.
Yep.
Like they're dropping like 3-4 tanks, like two dreadnoughts, well the Marines are Marines, whatever, but and then they're saying there's going to be all these other miniature releases over the next year. Like,
Yep.
it very much feels like it's Games Workshop replacing Forge World, the Forge World Heresy line, as quickly as they can with plastic.
Well, I was surprised to see that this thing for Horus Heresy has such a big market, but probably has.
Yeah, well, I mean, a lot of people talk about it, and I'm not that shocked because, like, we don't like Marines, or we're not crazy about Marines, but people like Marines, and Horus Heresy is just Marine versus Marine, like Marine time Marine. Marine squared.
Yeah. Well, let's be clear about this, even among ourselves. Without Marines, there wouldn't be any 40k.
You're right. And maybe this is just Games Workshop like doubling down on that Marine love. Like, you guys like Marines? We're gonna give you a shitload of plastic Marines.
Yes.
However, I also have an ulterior motive bringing this up because I am feeling weak for this tank, man.
The tank is pretty nice, isn't it? I mean, which tank? Not the
fucking love
Spartan,
it.
huh?
No.
Which one?
Is it the Kratos?
It is
The guy from God of War.
It is pretty cool. So you want to Junestealerize it? Please?
You know, I hadn't even thought of Junestealerizing it, but clearly I need to.
You should.
Well, this is my weakness that I confessed to when the Horus Heresy preview first dropped. When I was like,
You said so. You said so.
My favorite model is this Beaky Marine Boy from the
Horus
Heresy thing. And now I will share more about my weaknesses when it comes to Marines.
What?
Mark, so you've got your like crazy combat knight stuff, man.
Yes, absolutely. So you have gone to therapy, yeah?
Not yet.
Good.
There's such a thing as retail therapy, right?
Yeah, of course. I've done a whole Marine army within a year, so why would I complain?
So speaking of being weak, I love me some chonky boys, and I'm not gonna lie, Leviathan Dreadnought makes me a little weak in the knees.
No, really?
Yes. Look at this chonker. Look at this big chonky boy.
I'm not the biggest fan of it, actually. I'm not, but well, cheers to you, I guess. Cheers.
Well, I mean, I'm making confession to you folks because you're, you know, my dear sweet friends who listen to me blather on every week. But,
is it April 1st?
No.
Whoa.
I honestly, like, there are certain things that are coming out in this heresy wave or whatever, or that I'm anticipating that I may have to purchase. Like this big chonky boy, like the, I call it the Dorito or the Burrito Dreadnought. You know the one?
Yeah.
Deradeo or whatever?
Dorito.
That one, the Dorito. Might have to get me a Dorito. Might have to get that big chonky tank.
The Kratos is really cool. It's really cool.
I even like that other one. What's that other one? Not the stupid one that comes in the box set that's like a big fat Land Raider. The one that's like a triangle. Yeah. What's the other one? Sicarian or something?
Yes, of course. I'm talking about this one. I think
I'm waiting for that too.
This one is really, really nice, I think.
I'm gonna go see if I can find it.
I've always been fond of the Sicaron, actually.
How's it called? How's it spelled?
Sicaron.
S-I-C-I-R-A-N. Sicaron. Or Sicarian? I can't remember.
I want to be Sicaro or whatever. That
one thing got
by what's his name? Oh God! Come on, you.
No idea.
Okay, go ahead, Flynn. What were you
I know the one you're on about. Because of how they're doing it as well, you're gonna have to put up with, if we were players, which we're not, you'd have to put up with people being able to use these models. But on the other side, we can now get access to these models to create Rex and poses on our bases with, which makes everything even better.
Okay.
I'm never gonna find this thing. I should just Google it. That's gonna be faster than Games Workshop.
Julia Hampton's asking Mr. Pink, Chaos Space Marines when?
Yeah.
Well, like, that's the only way I'd ever do Space Marines.
Yes, Chaos.
Yeah, Omega Company.
Which?
Or Omega Legion. What the hell?
Oh, I get.
All right, here you go, Marco. Here's your pretty triangle boy.
Yes, good one.
Yeah, I like this one.
Same here.
But you know what I want? I want the 2 slice of cheese missile launchers on top. You know, like the Horus Heresy triangular
Oh yeah,
missile
I know which
launchers?
ones you mean.
Yep.
Yeah. There's like a variant of this that has those, and they're
The
hot.
half-wheel cheeses.
Yeah, the
Yes.
tank's really cool. Thing is, the more you look at this tank, you realize how badly designed and how uncool the Primaris tanks were.
Agreed. Let's just make him some big floaty boys.
Because this tank is pretty much about perfect, if you ask me.
I agree.
Mention Slanesh at all, otherwise the naughty
And
people come back.
And it's not something we say lightly around here, huh?
What's that?
Well, the Space Marine tank is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, true. You know that if we think it's beautiful, it's something else.
Yes.
Or I've gone crazy. That is also an option.
Well, or both, actually.
Both. I've gone crazy and it's beautiful. It's crazy beautiful. Yeah. Oh, but apparently they're also making
It's
like
crazy.
an old style Land Raider, which leaked. You remember the old Land Raiders, Marco? Like the original, like
Of course I do. I still have some.
2nd edition spinny tracks. Apparently they're
Yes.
making a version of that for Heresy,
Okay.
which is interesting.
I have to say,
They already have one. It's called the Proteus.
as
okay.
much as much as I see that these designs are perfected, I'm more interested to see what they're coming up with the squads,
Yeah.
because I really like the trike, for example, and I think they have spent some good time to get great designs on, and I will never buy a squad army,
Yeah.
but I'm really intrigued to see what they're coming up with.
Yeah, with the squats, I feel like we talked about this a bit before. But I am very much into all the squat stuff that has been previewed for 40K, and I don't love all the squat stuff that's been previewed for Necromunda. They're 2 very clearly different design aesthetics. And like I've said before, I like the tech stuff. The more techy 40K stuff appeals to me more than the weird kind of like Caradron Overlord Necromunda stuff.
Well, I have to say I did like Necromunda squads, but I agree the things we saw from the bigger army, the Votan, looked more refined, and the trike was really awesome.
Yeah, I think that was really neat. I think a lot of people like hated it for some reason, but
Yeah, no, I noticed too.
Let's see what's going on in the chat. We got some more porn bots showing up. They're gone now.
Welcome, Pombots. Welcome.
No.
Not? Sorry.
Oh, it's funny. Floppy came in and Floppy said, I don't know if the 3D printing technology is accelerating. I know the hype always is. Maybe it's just the hype that's accelerating.
Yeah, maybe. But it's really impressive how much the Patreons of printing communities are spreading on the world. Like how much money can be made with this.
Yeah.
The serious cash involved.
Yeah. And Brett Evans says, I looked into getting something printed from free STL. I looked at a few printing companies, and the fees meant they weren't that much cheaper than Games Workshop.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and like I've seen this too. Like if you can do it all yourself, that's one thing. But if you go to a company, you're gonna have to pay for the fees. So, like I took something from Hive Delta and
Yep.
took it to a friend of a friend here locally in Toronto and got him to print it for me. But he needed to take some time to like set it up for his printer.
Yep.
And that time's not free, so that wound up costing me like a decent amount. And like
Yes.
that might be cheaper if I printed again with him because he's already
Yes,
done
same
the
here.
setup. But
Same
there is definitely fees in there.
Yeah, same here. It's not there yet, but I guess it will be there pretty soon. Couple of years, I think.
And then Floppy's saying, I imagine the margins on Forge World are bananas. I don't know. Maybe they're not. Because like I feel like Forge World has a lot of shit casts. And if anyone knows what they're doing, they can just like request Games Workshop to send them a new free model. And then you're like cutting your margins in half. When you have to like keep sending people replacements because your casting is so crap. Why the fuck are these bloody bastards back?
But it depends on what model it is.
Yeah.
Some of the larger models you have to send back to Forge World, so they won't even send you a replacement.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? Oh, I didn't
Only
know
if
that.
like there's a piece missing from the kit, they will just send you that one piece. They won't ever. Yeah. If, say for example, one of the Cerastus Knights was busted, they'd get you to send the whole kit back, and then they'll send you a new kit.
Oh,
Yeah.
they've learned. When I was
Whereas,
ordering Forge
if,
World, they had
like,
not learned that yet.
oh, Horus Heresy Captain is yeah. Horus Heresy Captain is warped. Yeah, what's the new? I think it's if it was over a certain amount.
Yeah.
And obviously I know the Knights are over that amount, whatever it is.
Well,
But
back when
like
I was dealing with
the
this,
Hierodules
Hierodual
and
was
stuff,
still within the range of
I
what they
think they
would
were
just send you a
underneath
new
that
one.
price. They were like, yeah, send another one.
Oh.
It was
Brett Evans says, I've always preferred the Horus era Marine because they don't have a bunch of knickknacks hanging off
now
them.
the Nid line is basically non-existent on Forge World.
Yeah.
Flynn, you're super delayed. Yeah, Brett Evans, I think I agree with you that it's cool that the Heresy stuff doesn't have all that junk hanging off it that the new Marines do. And Bargace does say that the first wave of Primaris was less stuff, smoother lines, cleaner profile.
Agreed.
But then they just started like hanging bones between their legs and stuff like that. And they got all full of crap again. Those dudes, the dudes with the shields that have like those giant ass holsters. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Bargace, the Blade Guard obviously reversed that principle, including those god-awful holsters. He's right there.
It's what they do if you leave them alone for a time.
Go back to your room. Think about what you've done. Yeah. So, I don't know. I feel like I didn't get that much done. I like filled some I extended some boots, filled some Ogren bits so I can make a bigger Ogren at some point. But I think I'm getting near pumpkin time. Maybe it's time to call this.
Yeah, same here. I've actually built 2 gigantic chain axes with arms and magnetized them, which is gonna be all kinds of great.
Those are awesome. Those are pretty extreme. I like that,
Yes.
and I like your blah blah blah. What is it called?
I have the armature.
Talent horror. The talent horror that you
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I'm getting all kinds of shit these days from people saying this is not inquisitorial. You cannot do this. It's too dark. No.
What?
And
Really? Screw
yes,
those guys.
Agus, my good old friend Agus, you know him.
Agus,
really
come
said,
on, buddy.
Yes, he was. I mean, I don't talk to him like every day or something, and he told me, well, yeah, Unites. Yes. well, their heads are kind of low and they look like stunted, and well, they would really make good Dark Mechanicus, but Inquisition, I don't know.
Come on, Agus.
Well, I guess it's like that, so I'm good with that. It's no problem for me, but I'm like, it's my kind of thing to think makes things dark. It's why
I
I'm
like
for the
it.
monsters.
Yeah.
And I need to make these dark as well. I have no idea. This is my creative thing. But yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, no, I love it. Keep doing it. Alam's asking bones between legs, question mark. So Alam, I think it was in the I don't know if it was in the Dark Imperium set when they first released Primaris, or it was in a closely following set, but they had a
Indomitus box set.
Gravis. Sorry?
It was
Anyway.
in the Indomitus box set where you've got
okay.
the new veteran guys.
Well, there was I don't know if that was it, but there was a captain in Gravis armor, who had like the Gravis armor is like the bad Terminator armor that's like bulgy and stuff and has like these weird big bellies. And on the captain, there was this relic hanging between his legs, and the relic was a bone in a box. So he had a big bone hanging between his legs. That was like,
oh,
it is kind of slashy content, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah. Warning: extreme bone content.
What would have Freud said about this?
I don't know.
Well,
But he
you
needs to get
know,
over
of
it.
course you know.
He needs to get that bone out of his box and get over it.
It is a boner, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bone. It's like a long bone. It's a long
It's
bone.
a boner. It's a boner.
He's got a boner. Yeah. All right, on that riveting note, thank you everyone who put up with the extra special ridiculousness this time. Flynn, thank you for putting up with your own audio issues. I hope that there's some way we can address that in future, because whatever we tried this time is not really working.
Yeah, I am trying. I might have to troubleshoot with someone during the week, just like on a call, just to see how my sound is going. Because before we even started, I went and just got lagged out.
I thought you said that it gives you some kind of warning about like the stream quality or something, and that's why it's happening.
No, but that was what I thought it was. But then, as we've been going on today, like before we even started streaming, I even put up like the stream or anything, I went out of sync from you straight.
Yeah.
Like for it, so I think it could be to do with the internet connection between the new laptop and the Wi-Fi, or it's something else. I don't know. So I need to find out what it is. But yeah.
Like, have you done any voice chats with other people?
I'm gonna leave you guys here now. So I'm gonna say.
What?
No, I haven't. That's what I need to just test out for it, because I'm doing all the other stuff in the background. I need to do voice chats with others just to test.
Yeah. Well, maybe someone on the 5th member can help you.
So, what is a good way to end this tonight?
Yeah.
That's a very good question.
Thank you.
Well, let's end it by saying, I hope everyone stays safe.
I'd say.
Flynn, go. Wow. Okay.
I was just going to say just an abrupt end the stream, because that's how it's gone for me today.
Oh, okay. Just cut it off.
I would say have a proper prayer to the Hive Mother, to the Norn Queen, to the Hive Tyrant. Have the Hive watch you all the time.
May the Sky Mother look out for you. May your Junestealer creations grow the most fantastic of fruiting Junestealer bodies on them, and may your green stuff always be smooth.
Ah, perfect.
What?
You're the one. What's not around here? Thank you.
I tried. Diana says a good way to wrap up the stream is to tell people to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button.
No!
So that when I forget to schedule a stream, you will get a notification for it, and you will definitely not miss out on this shit show.
Hey.
You just cheapened your art. Stop it.
Sorry,
was
that's what
good
we gotta
before.
do.
It was good before that.
And Felis, Knight, thanks for joining. Thank everyone in the chat for joining. This has been awesome, especially people who haven't seen before. I don't remember seeing Am Not David before. Good to have you with us. And yeah, everyone stay safe. Keep making some cool models, and keep doing some Junestealer stuff. And we'll review some more Junestealer on the next stream. I think next week we're gonna break with Habit and do another Euro stream. I know Marco can't make it next week,
Nope.
but Simon will be here, and I think Flynn and I will be available. We'll have to see. Well, I hope so.
I have a feeling Simon will be in a good shape. He's gonna do great.
I hope so. He's got to do heavy lifting for both of you,
Yeah.
so he better be in good shape.
Yeah, he will. I'm sure he will.
Yeah.
All right, and that's all for this week. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and